I am now recording. Michael, you can send them the go-go in the chess channel. Just click rematch. We'll see if they look.
You might want to just undeafen him and tell him real quick.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alex in the chess channel said if it was going to take a minute, he was going to run after.
All right, Gabe, you can hit rematch now. Gabe? All right. This is exciting. We have a tri-cast. What are the chances?
I'm just here to be unhinged and talk shit.
As long as you're satisfied, Caleb, that's all that matters. Michael, she was complaining about our analytical cast. Not enough shit talking, apparently. But this is going to be really exciting. We can do a little bit of a pre-game talk about it. These two guys clearly have no idea what they're doing, so it's going to be great. And Gabe is pretty high right now, so.
I hope we get another match where I think it was Ryan that didn't know that you could upgrade your pawns.
Oh yeah, he was like, he was waiting at the second rank and like trying to promote, but he didn't promote. Incredible. And we're off, guys. Oh my god, we're gonna get a lot of matches done potentially tonight.
Unless he plays in 5 seconds.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh god. Just click rematch.
you have to play, Blit.
Okay. Now we're starting. Okay, so predictions. Who do you guys think is going to win? Michael, I know you know Alex pretty well.
I'm going to be honest. I think it's going to be a 3-0 stomp for Gabe.
Okay. Kayla, what do you think?
I also think being high is definitely in Gabe's favor for this one.
I love that. I have to say I have played Alex in chess, and he is not bad at chess. He's definitely not bad. Oh, these guys, you can tell these guys are about to be fighting. No center pawns. Pieces in the middle of the board. Okay. These guys are just gonna be, this is like a bar fight right now. Okay. Oh, what a cool tactic. That's a discovered attack on the king. So that's check from the queen. So the bishop can't actually be taken by the pawn. So that was pretty clean. And now the king is just out in the middle of the board. Oh god, what's happening?
This is some solid gameplay right here.
So
This is where we see Blitz shine.
I'm going to be honest. I've known him a long time, and I have never seen that.
There's a cool idea here. If the queen goes to g4 with a check on the king, you can pick up the knight afterwards. The queen is defending it though, actually, so maybe not. Okay. It's a little bit awkward that the king is on d7, I have to say.
Just letting him take the knight.
But the queen is hanging. The queen is hanging to the rook.
He doesn't care. He really wants to move a knight.
He doesn't seem to care.
He really wants to move that knight.
It just loses the queen. That's fine. Like I said, Alex I think is a really solid player, even though he ended up, bong clouding his king onto d7. That knight's hanging though. I remember, I forget whose match it was. I think it was Anders and Ryan. I think one of them forgot that pawns can take diagonally. I think
Yeah, I
that's
think it was Ryan.
high level gameplay. I don't know if Gabe was trying to castle there, but you moved the king first. Oh dear. Oh boy. Alex is coming to collect right now on this position, even though his king is kind of in the middle of the board. Just take the pawn on g3, I think. Michael, you can confirm they're both deafened, right? I remember to deafen them both.
Yeah, they're both deafened.
Fantastic. Okay. Gabe's striking back. The Empire strikes back. The kings are literally staring at each other from across the street. I think Gabe could just go for a draw here, honestly. I think going F, yeah. I think doing this is pretty much his best choice. He can take that pawn, right, on b7 and just win the rook. Yeah, he sees it. Holy shit. It's really falling apart for Alex quickly.
Like I said,
Never seen him shine.
he may have to pull out a guide for this one.
That's definitely not getting edited out.
Next match, I recommend Blit just go on Fiverr, just hire someone to play for him for the next match.
Literally, though. Give his big brother the keyboard. Oh my god, pinning the knight to the king, too? Oh my god, Gabe is out of nowhere just completely dominating. Like, what has happened? Dude, the dab finally hit. I think now, oh god. I think Alex's best chance is try to look for some perpetual checks with the queen and try to get a draw.
He's still doubling him in time, though.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. As we have seen with all of these matches, time is the enemy.
Sure, Gabe may be high, but if he only has 38 seconds, there's not much you can do.
True. I think he can castle still, right? I think the king hasn't moved.
Oh,
I
you can
don't
do
think
a
he
lot
knows
in
how to do
38
that.
seconds.
I don't think he knows how to.
I don't think he knows how to do that.
He does have to make moves because, again, like I always say with fast chess, is that it's better to make an okay move fast than the best move slowly. Yeah, Kayla, I think you're totally right. I think he's just completely running out of time. Alex has like all the time in the world. Oh wait, the queen.
Oh, did
He
he
could have
not just take the queen?
he
Oh
definitely
my gosh.
he
Gabe
definitely
just shitting his pants right now.
he definitely just
One
takes
of the
queen.
worst blunders I've seen in my years of chess that I have total experience in.
Oh my god, it's a disaster.
Just absolutely shits his pants all over the board.
Oh my god. How do you go on from here? Technically speaking, a queen versus two rooks is losing for the queen because the rooks are just so coordinated.
Not with 19 seconds.
Not with 19 seconds. Probably not with 19 seconds. You're right.
Or 10 seconds at this point.
Alex literally could like go get a drink and then come back and have plenty of time to play out this game. Gabe just does not have this kind of time. His brain, although big, is slowing down.
No, I think for him, each of these seconds is a lot longer than it appears to be for us.
Time is moving on a different plane for Gabe.
He's experiencing time dilation.
I think he keeps forgetting that the rook cannot move diagonally, and it's throwing him off every single time.
He's like, wait, this isn't a queen?
But it's got the little hat and everything.
I don't know about
Interesting move, once again, forgetting the rook cannot move diagonally.
You know, if queen takes rook, rook takes queen, king takes rook. Yeah. This is just winning. This is just completely winning for white if he has enough time. If he had enough time.
He's just gotta move quickly across the board.
This really ended
He
up being a
almost-
bar fight. We might be looking at a draw by insufficient material. I don't know about that. Oh no. What am I seeing?
He
What's
needs to go
happening?
for that king. He needs to go for the king
Wait,
sacrifice.
Gabe's playing brilliantly. Oh, that's just a draw. That's just a draw by insufficient material. Wow. Incredible. This match is gonna deliver. Gabe's somehow not running out of time.
Somehow.
Okay, well, we're off to the races, guys. Michael, are you ready for another 7-game best of 5?
No.
No one is. Okay. Are they just copying each other now? I think they might have scripted this. You know, they might have gone through the choreography of this match like a few times without telling anyone.
Both of them said that they cannot remember the last time that they played chess. So, this is already super interesting.
Kayla, I have to say, really nice having you on the commentary team.
I'm honored to be here and for you to let me shit talk.
Yeah, we're expressing not only gender equality, which is good in the chess world, honestly, but we have the privilege, the absolute privilege of your commentary. Only you could commentate like this. This is what
I do say I owe it all to Anders and Jared. Watching them commentate StarCraft 2, you know, really just inspired me to just shit on everyone.
I'm gonna change my prediction here to every single game is a tie, and that the series never ends.
That's the secret. They actually just agree to a draw every game.
You give them too much credit.
Oh, I don't think it'll be intentional. I think they're just a perfect match.
Yeah, I think they'll just neither of them will actually have any like good traps or anything. They just play the game like they know how the pieces move and then get to the end every time and not know how to end it.
Again, much like my niece, who is 9.
Kayla, I still remember your match, which was very exciting.
Oh god, that was really bad. Joel should have won like 4 matches ago.
I mean, you, like, after game 2 were literally a different human being.
I sat up in my chair.
That's what did it.
Game 4 of that was the only thing that's ever given me an interest in chess.
When Joel ran his king all the way down to the side of the board, and you had like 2 queens, and then ended up drawing, that was incredible.
Yeah, I'll admit. I've been shitting on Blit and Gabe, but I don't know how to end game at all either. So I just kind of sit there and move till I probably draw.
That is a tactic. Oh man, but this game though, what's going on here? There's a piece, as Michael would say, pieces have been taken, moves have been made.
Strategy has been forgotten.
I think the only Sorry, Kayla, what were you gonna say?
No, I just cleared my throat.
I think the only meaningful thing in this position is that the knight on e2 is pinned to the king. We'll see if. Okay, this is an idea.
I don't think that's going to be a problem for either of them.
This is an idea, though. We're putting pressure on the pinned piece. Always a solid idea. There's an interesting, funny thing that could happen where if his knight comes in and checks on d3, if the king moves over one, could fork the king. Okay, well, that's not happening anymore. That's really how chess goes, you know? Like, you look at a line and you're thinking about it and you're like, well, this seems pretty good. And then your opponent just does something totally different and gets mated on the spot.
Absolutely incredible.
Out of nowhere.
What a
no, that was not
game.
out of nowhere. That was
Wow, firing back. Well, we're definitely not getting a draw now forever.
oh.
We've had our first decisive result.
Unfortunate.
Really, the dream is dead. That's an interesting spot for the bishop. I generally think the bishop going to g2 in that situation is a bit better. Let's
Oh
see.
no.
Okay,
Okay, good.
he made a move. This is the thing that you and Joel kept doing, Kayla. You keep moving your knights to the side of the board. How many times do I have to tell them, Michael?
I just would think back to my youth, being beaten chess by my father in my childhood years because I just wanted all the pieces to be mirrored, and I try to a direct quote my father likes to bring up: "Move the horses into the pastures."
You remind me of my father.
Beautiful story.
Oh yeah. Without all the cursing, my just chess PTSD from any one-on-one strategy game playing against my father. It gives me so much joy to beat him up in StarCraft 2 these days.
It was pretty funny when you were starting that that story. You're like, when my father beat me in chess.
Oh.
I
in a video game.
was like, an important clarification to be sure.
Yeah.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Oh God. Why don't you invite your dad to the server, Kayla?
Because you're all terrible, me including.
Mm.
Specifically, Jared, I think, was the real time bomb. I think it was the third time he joined voice chat is the day we made the new server.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
It was also very weird to join the voice call with Anders and my uncle were the only people in the call one day. It was just for the best.
It was just for the best. Okay. Well, I mean, Alex needs to find a way back into this series, I have to say. Because
Alex was looking to play checkers over here.
literally, he's getting all his pieces on dark squares.
He's gonna skip his way to 100 new queens.
He's just got to double jump that knight.
Imagine if after you captured a piece, you could capture another piece in chess.
And just keep jumping.
Yeah, exactly. You know, in spite of what it looks like, I don't hate this position for Gabe, even though he hasn't really developed any of his pieces yet. He's pretty up on material, honestly. Also, Alex is down a whole ass bishop in exchange for a pawn, which is, for those of you listening, not compensation. Also, this knight rerouting is interesting. Okay. I like that because it takes the pawn off of e3, which was blocking the knight coming into d4 or f4. But you can actually sidestep that by doing that, which is nice. I think if, like, at this point, what I always tell people who are like trying to learn chess is that once you're ahead on material, if you just exchange everything evenly, you just win the game because you end up with an entire like piece up or like a pawn up or whatever. Kayla, do you see, what move would you make here?
I'd say probably rook to g7 would be my optimal move personally.
I like that. I like it. Infiltrating. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because then Alex will waste about 20 seconds forgetting that rooks can't move diagonally and just kind of stare at it, and I really think that will give an advantage to Gabe.
See, you're playing the player. I like that. That's now next level strategy.
Yeah,
There are
you,
more than one ways to win a game.
you
It's true.
always have to play the player. That's why I beat Joel every time.
Well,
Michael's like about that.
Not, maybe not every time.
Almost every time. Unless it's for money, then you lose. No,
I can't tell you how much money I've lost to Joel. Just as soon as money is involved, I immediately lose anything.
You just have to not bet him.
I like winning way too much, John. It's gotten me into trouble.
No, that's good, man. The spirit of competition lives on. It's really important. Oh, interesting. This is this is a development. Alex is like, I want the OpenG file.
I can believe that at least one of the players just said fuck.
I mean, Gabe is still just an entire bishop up and has equalized the pawn differential, so this is completely winning, but we'll see if he can convert. As we've seen, it is hard to convert on positions like this.
Personally, if I was Gabe right now with 50 seconds left, I think personally my only goal in the game would not even to be get the king, but to just be promote a pawn to knight. I think that would just be so fun. And as personally, hi Gabe, I think that was the best option.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shit.
Alex hangs his queen and resigns. That's our first resignation in the Corona Cats Casual Chess Championship. Make a note of that. Oh my god. This has gone from bad to worse. It is now match point. Half a point for Alex, 2.5 points for Gabe. A draw or a win here gives Gabe the series. In an unexpected turn of events, I was not expecting this. Oh, he finds
by unexpected.
Oh my god, he immediately finds a fork on the bishop and the knight. Jesus Christ, Gabe is fucking transcending.
He's already dead. Stop.
Dude, Gabe's
Move
open.
3.
He's opened his
Move
third eye.
Jesus.
He has become a chess player.
Wow.
He's beginning to believe.
He's beginning to believe. It's like the meme with the cat on it, the flower on its head.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Okay, Alex is starting to get back some compensation, gobbling up some pawns. But man, what a tactic out of the gates. We'll see if he takes that and hangs his queen to the diagonal movement of a pawn.
It is
I
a
think that'd be a pretty
complicated.
big brain.
Gabe is really just going in for the kill here.
You know, how can your enemy know what you're gonna do if you don't know what you're gonna do?
Fair enough. And we actually were talking about this a bit in the last game, the sort of overcommittal of these pawns, trying to push the bishop away. You accomplish your goal of getting the bishop out, but at the same time, you blunder your rook, because right now, after white's next move, if black's knight on g4 takes the pawn on f2, actually doesn't even have to take it, just knight to f2 right now forks the queen and the rook. Does he see it? He's looking at it. He's looking at it. Oh my god, does he see this? He's thinking about it. Oh god, does he not see it?
Move
knight-
the pawn.
The knight is
Move the
under
pawn,
attack.
Gabe.
The knight is under attack. Wait, no! Defended by the bishop. Oh, could have had a fork on the rook and the queen and just would have absolutely won the series.
No, he's playing Long Kong.
You know, I don't think
He's
it'll
just-
affect the
He's
end of the
just
game.
toying with Blit at this point. He knows all his options.
He's playing with his food. Oh, God. You hate to see missed tactics like that. You know, I think a famous chess player by the name of Bobby Fischer once said chess is 90% tactics. I don't know if I agree with that, but he was a lot better at chess than me.
John, what do you call this little nesting of the knight within the 3 pawns? Back in school, we used to call that the gangbang.
It's like a reverse gangbang, right?
Yeah,
If all
the reverse gangbang. Yeah.
I think at most the knight is just barricading the c pawn. But we'll see. This is an interesting idea. Oh, he's electing to open up the a file. Now, Alex has to be careful here. If he takes with the a pawn, the rook will just hang in one, which will be a disaster. So he should take with the c pawn. Yeah, exactly. There's an attack on the queen that the knight could make. The c knight could go to e3 and attack the queen, which is
He
an
really
idea.
wants that pawn though.
He does. He could also just take the hanging pawn on d4, right? Because after bishop takes, then the knight could move and fork the queen and the rook, moving to oh, this is another idea. He's going for that initial thought, the attack on the queen, and hangs his knight to the bishop.
Gets absolutely fucked in the ass.
You said it.
Probably a normal everyday night for him.
Alex has turned this game around. In dire straits, he does need to win this game. It's a must-win situation for Alex. I think
he might lose.
Michael, would you say that at this point Alex has for sure pulled up a guide?
He's got like 3 of them. He's got one on each monitor. He's got one on his phone.
He's got Magnus Carlsen on speed dial right now.
Literally,
like, what
He's
the
like
fuck do I
listening
do?
to a chess audiobook. You know, I think there's nothing that
He's
he
got
won't
Art
do.
of War on a tab.
Every time it's Gabe's move, he tabs out to read a fucking sentence.
Which is why he's losing a lot of time with each move.
He doesn't realize that Gabe has gone back because he doesn't have enough monitors.
They're
Every
long
turn,
sentences.
every turn he checks to make sure, yep, rook can't still move diagonally, and then he goes to his sources and he's like, okay, what else can I do? Once again, playing checkers.
I think once it's Black's turn again, I think if the knight takes the pawn on d4 and the bishop takes, the bishop can take forking the king and the knight, which would be a pretty easy dub. But this is another idea, I guess. But this is a bit dangerous, honestly. I think if this pawn on e6 takes on f5, oh, solid tactic. Now if the pawn takes, he can pick up the rook, which will definitely weaken White's potential attack on the king. Is just the problem here is that Black's king is just very weak. Like the queen and the rook can start coming in, and there's a lot of White's pieces on the king side. Like the knight can start coming in, the dark squared bishop can start coming in. Can start to become a bit of a problem. Like Tyler won, a bit of a problem.
I think his optimum move right now is knight d4. I think will give him the most options.
Yeah, I agree. I like knight d4, knight taking on d4. I completely.
He disagrees.
He disagrees. This does open up the bishop being able to recapture the pawn, though, which is good enough, potentially. I'm just very worried about Gabe's king. Alex is running out of time, though. That's a hanging knight. And he sees it.
Now, when does the resignation come?
Alex is definitely tilting for sure.
He's letting lots of time pass.
He's letting that. He's only -1. And he should not just bleed out all of his time. It's a playable position. He just does not know what to do. Oh god, he really lost a lot of time there.
I think Gabe can go to the bathroom and still be in a safe position.
As long as he runs.
Gabe could take another hit and still be in the same position.
That is fair. And he finally goes that move, Kayla, that you wanted d4.
Fuck yeah.
Which just picks up the other rook and will probably prompt a resignation. Oh, forks the king and the queen, even better.
Damn.
GG.
Damn.
Oh my god. Nut. And there goes the battle. Let's unmute them. Let's get that winner's.
Split just shitting all over the board, as I've been saying this whole match.
Let's get that winner's interview going.
For you, that when we played, I got you down to like matching king and pawn, and Gabe crushed me.
I think it more just shows
in
Gabe's-
one actually in this one specifically, you crushed yourself. I shit my
Mm.
pants in the middle of the match, and you like
Yeah,
pushed
but
it
because I
back in
started
for
running
me.
out of time and I just started having to do things.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
kind of shit all over the board for like the last 40 seconds, Blit. You really just kind of just let that go.
Yeah. I say I don't know how to play chess. Also, 3 minutes is not enough time.
It
if you
is
don't know how
not
to play
enough
it.
time at all.
Just
my
not
God.
enough time.
It's not enough time to
Okay.
it's not enough time to reference a guide, that's for sure.
Ooh.
Oh man.
I'm just sitting there. I'm like, this game, I felt so good, and then I was like, I have 20 seconds left. He has a minute. Like, I'm just fucked.
Yeah, it was really hard for my cousin to like match all the plays on her laptop.
It's a solid.
You
solid
had the
strategy.
earpiece and everything, Gabe. I mean, come on.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, incredible.
GG though, Gabe. GG's.
GG Alex.
Thomas, are you gonna play your game?
You know, it wasn't quite a quick 3-0, but it was as close to a 3-0 as we could get.
That first game was really something. I will say it was like a bar fight in the middle of the board.
I should have lost that one. I was pretty impressed that I drew it.
Yeah,
honestly.
dude. I fucked that up pretty good.
Also, I have to say, guys, I don't know what everybody else's thoughts were, but Kayla just like stepped right onto the caster booth and just delivered an absolutely all-star performance.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
like
talk
we-
about shit.
Like we knew
Nice.
she would.
That was the only reason I wanted to cast. I just wanted to say shit all over the board a couple times. I'm good now.
Kayla's like, I've gotten it out of my system.
Yeah, I've got it out of my system. Speaking of, I'm gonna go take a shit real quick.
Gabe, should
Alright.
we shit all over some double up now? Maybe.
Is
We
Thomas
can send
here?
some double up.
If Thomas is here,
Yeah.
Thomas and Zach can play their match. We can
Yeah,
just
so he's playing Monster
Yeah.
Hunter.
dang.
Damn. Thomas, respond.
I just wish I could have heard Kayla's commentary. Honestly, I
I
don't
mean,
know
me too.
I'm gonna
like,
put-
actual like right moves or anything. I
I'm
just wanted to
gonna-
hear Kayla get excited.
I'm gonna post the VOD. Don't worry.